Chosen one, you are not here by coincidence, you are here by divine appointment. Heaven has orchestrated this moment with precision, and your spirit was drawn to this word because something in the unseen realms is shifting in your favor. Chosen one, you are standing at the threshold of a supernatural transformation, one that will touch your finances, your resources, your opportunities, and the very atmosphere of your life. This is not just another week. This is not just another message. This is a prophetic moment sent to awaken the part of you that already knows heaven has marked you for more. Anointed one, the same God who fed Elijah in famine, the same God who commanded wealth to locate Joseph in a foreign land, is now whispering over your life. Prepare, the transfer is near. Deuteronomy 8:18 declares that it is the Lord who gives the power to get wealth, and that power is stirring inside you even now. Chosen one, you are not watching because you're curious. You're watching because your spirit recognizes a divine signal. Heaven is aligning something for you this coming Friday, something that will pull you into a higher dimension of provision, clarity, and destiny. Take a breath, open your heart, and lean in. The revelation you are about to hear carries your breakthrough within it. Chosen one, lean in, because what I'm about to speak into your spirit is not theory, not poetry, and not wishful thinking. It is revelation born from the quiet places of my own journey, the places where God breaks you, molds you, and prepares you long before anyone ever sees the evidence. And I feel that same anointing reaching for you right now. The atmosphere around your life is shifting in ways you can't fully see yet, but your spirit can already feel it. This coming Friday is not just a date on the calendar, it's the moment where what heaven whispered meets what earth will witness. Chosen one, this Friday marks the day your hidden preparation collides with visible confirmation. You may not realize it yet, but heaven has been arranging circumstances, conversations, and delays, yes, even delays, to push you into alignment. Every unanswered prayer, every season where you felt unseen or overlooked, every time you wondered, God, when is it my turn? None of that was wasted. It was all groundwork. I know what it feels like to carry a promise in silence. I've lived through those nights where the vision God gave me felt too heavy for my reality. There were days when it seemed like everything around me contradicted what God had spoken. But chosen one, what I learned is this: God often finishes building you in private before he ever reveals you in public. That is the sacred rhythm of heaven, and it's the same rhythm at work in your life right now. Anointed one, heaven is calling you into a new dimension of trust. You've been praying, God, open the door, but I need you to hear this with clarity. The door is already open. Heaven just needed you to grow into the version of yourself who can walk through it. That's why the journey felt slow. That's why people misjudged you. That's why certain relationships faded. That's why some opportunities slipped away. You weren't being punished, you were being positioned. I've learned through my own process that divine timing often looks like delay when you're living through it. But once the moment arrives, once heaven says, now, everything suddenly accelerates. Doors that resisted you for years swing open with no effort. Conversations that once died are resurrected. Resources that felt impossible to access begin to flow toward you. This is the acceleration anointing, and chosen one, it is resting on you as Friday approaches. I don't say this lightly. Heaven has been preparing a supernatural exchange for you, a divine transfer, a repositioning that shifts your life from survival into overflow, from hiding into visibility, from waiting into walking in what you've been promised. And I know this because I've lived it. There were seasons where I was down to nothing, emotionally, spiritually, even financially. But in those very seasons, God whispered things into my spirit that didn't match my circumstances. Promises that felt too big for someone in my position. And yet, every promise came to pass, not all at once, but suddenly. Suddenly meaning the moment God says it is time. Suddenly meaning when private faith becomes public evidence. Suddenly meaning when the future you saw in glimpses becomes the life you wake up to. Chosen one, your suddenly is approaching. Heaven has marked this Friday as a divine checkpoint, a shift in the storyline of your destiny. You may feel the trembling in your spirit even now, that gentle pull, that quiet knowing, that sense that something is coming. You're not imagining it. That's heaven confirming what your eyes can't see yet. Pause here. Prepare your heart. Because in the next part, we go deeper into what heaven is about to unfold in you and through you. Chosen one. As we step deeper into this prophetic flow, I want you to breathe for a moment and truly absorb this truth. You are not being prepared for something small. Heaven has not invested years of silence, stretching, pruning, refining, and rebuilding just to release you into an ordinary life. No, your journey has been too intense, your warfare too heavy, your isolation too purposeful for the outcome to be anything less than supernatural. Anointed one. This Friday is not merely about breakthrough, it is about becoming. Becoming the version of yourself that heaven has always recognized, even when you didn't. Becoming the vessel that can carry the weight of what God is releasing. Becoming the person who walks confidently in rooms you once felt unqualified to enter. Becoming someone who no longer wonders if they are chosen, but finally understands why they are. I know this journey because I've walked pieces of it myself. There were seasons when I couldn't understand why God stopped certain things from happening, why an opportunity fell apart at the last minute, why a relationship that felt divine suddenly dissolved, why a financial door that seemed like the answer slammed shut. At the time, it felt like rejection, but looking back, I see that it was protection. I see that those closed doors would have choked my growth. I see that if certain people had stayed, I never would have discovered my own authority. Chosen one. That's the same lens heaven is giving you now. The things that didn't work out were never working against you. They were working for you, shaping you into someone who can steward destiny without being destroyed by it. Sometimes God withholds before He releases, not to discourage you, but to build your capacity. This Friday is the moment where withheld blessings become released blessings. This is the moment where heaven says, now they're ready, now I can trust them, now they can handle the weight. You see, divine promotion isn't based on talent, charisma, or ambition. It's based on endurance. It's built through the seasons where no one sees what you're carrying. It's forged in private battles, private tears, private surrender. And chosen one. You have passed tests that heaven did not allow others to witness, but heaven recorded every one of them. There were nights where you wanted to give up, but you didn't. Days where you walked into work with a smile while your heart was breaking. Moments where you gave when you barely had enough for yourself. Times where you prayed for others while you were silently bleeding. These moments did not disappear into the air. They became seeds planted in the spiritual ground, seeds that heaven is now commanding to yield a harvest. Anointed One, this Friday begins the harvest season of your hidden obedience. I know what it feels like to obey God in silence, to sow into places no one understands, to keep believing when nothing is changing, to hold on to a word that seems to be shrinking in the face of circumstances. But the reward of secret faith is always open manifestation. Always. And that's what this Friday symbolizes. This is not about one day magically fixing everything. It's about heaven marking a shift in your timeline. It's about God saying, "You've graduated from the hiding stage." It's about your spirit aligning with a divine cycle that has been unfolding around you for years, even when you didn't realize it. Chosen One, the version of you that comes alive after Friday will not think the same, walk the same, dream the same, or expect the same. This is the moment where your faith becomes sight, where your prayers become pathways, where your waiting becomes witnessing. Pause here again, because in part 3, we step into the revelation of what heaven is releasing into your life in this next season. Chosen One, as we move deeper, I need you to understand something foundational. Heaven never announces a season of revelation without first preparing the vessel who will carry it. And you, yes, you, have been in preparation far longer than you realize. The shifts, the losses, the battles, the unexpected turns, none of it was random. Every moment was part of heaven's curriculum for your destiny. Anointed One, this Friday is not just a moment on earth, it is a moment in heaven's calendar. There are times when heaven leans close to the earth, when the unseen world aligns with the seen, when what was spoken in secret begins to press its way into reality. You are approaching one of those divine intersections now. I know what it feels like when life doesn't match the promise, when your spirit carries visions that your circumstances seem to contradict, when God shows you abundance, but your bank account whispers the opposite, when He shows you purpose, but your environment feels too small, when He reveals your calling, but you still feel stuck in a season that doesn't reflect it. Chosen One, hear me. Contradictions are proof that a prophetic shift is near. Before every divine unveiling, life will always look like the opposite of what God said. It looked impossible for David to become king while tending sheep. It looked impossible for Joseph to rule while sitting in prison. It looked impossible for Esther to save a nation while hidden in obscurity. And it has looked impossible for you until now. Every contradiction in your life has been the soil for transformation. The warfare increased because your destiny increased. The pressure intensified because your capacity expanded. The silence felt heavier because heaven was working deeper. You weren't being abandoned, you were being aligned. Chosen One, this Friday is the moment where the contradictions begin to bow to the prophecy. And I say that with conviction because I've lived through my own contradictions. I've watched God speak something over my life that looked nothing like my reality. I've held promises that seemed too large for my circumstances, but I learned something that changed me forever. God does not show you your future to entertain you. He shows it to train you. He shows it to shape your identity before the world sees your authority. He shows it so that when the moment comes, your spirit will recognize what your eyes are seeing. And that's exactly what is happening to you. Anointed One, you are entering a divine emergence. The version of you that has been forming in silence, the version of you that has been strengthened through struggle, the version of you that has been whispered to in midnight prayers, that version is about to step forward. Heaven is pushing you into visibility, not for applause, but for assignment. And with that emergence comes a supernatural transfer of wisdom, of authority, of clarity, and yes, even of resources. You are not stepping into this next season empty. You are stepping into it equipped, empowered, endorsed by heaven, chosen one. Everything that once felt delayed is about to reveal its purpose. The reason the blessing didn't come sooner is because you were not meant to enter this season half-formed. God needed you rooted, not rushed, strengthened, not scattered, disciplined, not desperate. Because what He is releasing into your life requires someone who can steward it with maturity and spiritual authority. And that is who you have become. You may not feel it yet. You may not fully see it yet. But heaven sees it. Heaven recognizes the shift in your spirit. Heaven knows you're ready, even if you still feel unsure. Chosen one, this Friday will not create a new you. It will reveal the true you. Pause right here, because in part 4, we will speak about the acceleration, the supernatural push that will accompany this divine unveiling. Chosen one, as we step into this next dimension of the message, I want you to feel the shift unfolding even as these words reach you. There are moments in life when God doesn't just speak to you, He speaks through you, because the prophetic word has already been planted deep within your spirit. And right now, heaven is stirring something inside you that cannot be silenced, delayed, or denied. Chosen one, this moment is not only about revelation, it is about acceleration, the kind that comes only to those who have endured the holy slowness that precedes divine movement. Acceleration is when heaven compresses years into days, when what you thought was lost is suddenly restored with overwhelming speed, when doors that stayed shut without explanation now burst open without effort, when prayers you carried for months are answered in a single breath. Anointed one, heaven is not preparing to lift you gradually. Heaven is preparing to lift you quickly. And sometimes, to accelerate you, God must slow you down first. You know those seasons when everything felt stuck, relationships grew quiet, opportunities dried up, progress stalled, and no matter how hard you pushed, nothing moved? I've lived through that. I've felt the frustration of praying faithfully while watching nothing shift. I assumed something was wrong. But later, I realized that the stillness was not punishment. It was preparation. God was clearing the runway. Chosen one, the slowing was not a setback. It was your launch pad. You have been walking for years, but heaven is getting ready to make you run. And when acceleration arrives, it doesn't wait for your emotions to catch up. It doesn't check your level of confidence. It doesn't ask for your permission. It simply comes, and it carries you forward with a force that makes everything that once resisted you bow in surrender. This Friday marks the moment heaven shifts your life from waiting to moving. There will be signs, quiet at first, then undeniable. People who overlooked you will suddenly remember you. Emails you thought would never come will arrive without warning. Opportunities that seemed long dead will reconnect in better form. Ideas that stayed dormant will ignite with clarity. And yes, provision will begin to flow in unexpected ways. This is what acceleration feels like. Life responding to you with a speed that contradicts your past. You might look at your circumstances and say, "But nothing seems to be changing." That's exactly why this is prophetic. Heaven always moves before the evidence appears. The spiritual realm prepares the shift before the natural realm displays it. The stillness you've been living through was not emptiness, it was the final pause before movement. Acceleration almost always emerges out of the quietest seasons, the seasons where you wondered if anything was happening, the moments where your whispered prayers felt like they were hitting a wall. But your spirit sensed the shift, even before your life reflected it. Anointed One, this Friday breaks the cycle of stagnation. Your feet will not stay in the same place. Your purpose will not stay confined. Your finances will not remain in the same pattern. Your spirit will not remain pressured. Something is breaking open. Something is being released. Something is beginning to move with force. But acceleration is not only external, it is internal. Heaven is accelerating your confidence, your discernment, your clarity, your hunger, your authority. You'll wake up and realize you no longer tolerate what used to drain you. You no longer fear what once intimidated you. You no longer shrink to make others comfortable. You rise because something inside you has awakened. Chosen One, that awakening begins this Friday. It is not hype, it is not emotion, it is alignment. And when heaven aligns you, nothing can hold you back. Chosen One. As we enter this final stretch of the message, I want you to hear this with absolute clarity. This Friday is not the end of a journey, it is the beginning of your becoming. It is the moment where heaven's investment in you meets its divine return. Everything you have endured, every battle, every setback, every silent night, every closed door was shaping you into the person who could stand in what God is releasing now. And the life you are about to step into will not resemble the life you are leaving behind. Anointed One, this Friday is the unveiling of your next dimension. Not a slight improvement, not a small blessing, not a minor shift. A dimension, a realm of living, thinking, and receiving that you have not walked in before. It's the moment when the promises you carried in your heart begin to take form in the world around you. It's when favor begins to flow in ways that contradict your past. It's where opportunities find you instead of you chasing them. It's where divine connections appear at the precise moment you need them. It's where your name is spoken in rooms you've never entered, by people you've never met. I know what it feels like to reach this point. There was a season in my own life when everything shifted at once, so suddenly that it felt unreal. I didn't do anything extraordinary. I didn't force it. I didn't beg for it. Heaven simply said, now. And when heaven speaks a now, doors move, people move, resources move, circumstances adjust, and destiny begins to unfold with precision. You, Chosen One, are stepping into your now. This Friday marks the transition from hidden potential to visible purpose. You are moving from surviving into stewarding, from uncertainty into clarity, from questioning your worth into embodying your identity. The version of you that heaven has been cultivating in secret is about to become the version that people encounter. You're not about to get lucky, you're about to get launched. And with this unveiling comes responsibility, not the heavy, burdensome kind, but the responsibility of owning the authority God placed inside you. This is the moment where you stop apologizing for your calling. This is the moment where you stop minimizing your gifts. This is the moment where you stop shrinking to fit into spaces that can no longer contain who you've become. You are not stepping into this season timidly, you are stepping in boldly, because heaven has equipped you. Chosen One, The life you will step into after Friday will shock even you. You will think differently. You will dream differently. You will move differently. Things that once exhausted you will no longer drain you. Things that once confused you will suddenly make sense. Your spirit will carry a new strength, a new authority, a new rhythm of grace. This is what happens when heaven graduates you. You don't just feel the shift, you become the shift. And yes, there will be signs. There will be moments that confirm the transition. A conversation that comes out of nowhere. A message that feels divinely timed. A financial opening that wasn't even on your radar. A door you thought was closed reopening in a better form. These aren't coincidences, they are confirmations. Anointed One, this Friday is the divine announcement of who you truly are. Heaven is saying, enough hiding, enough shrinking, enough delaying. It is time. And when heaven says time, nothing in the earthly realm can resist the command. So as you stand on the edge of this Friday, say this with your spirit. I am ready to become everything heaven has prepared me to be. Not because of your strength, but because of God's timing. Not because of your perfection, but because of His promise. Not because you forced it, but because He ordained it. Chosen one, step forward. The unveiling begins now. The acceleration begins now. The new dimension begins now. This Friday, your life will not just change, it will become what heaven always intended. Chosen one, as we come to the close of this message, I speak this over your life with holy reverence. You are standing in the exact center of your Kairos moment. Heaven has not only spoken, heaven has confirmed. The supernatural transfer has already begun moving toward you, wrapping itself around your destiny, preparing to reveal what was once hidden in silence. Anointed One, you are stepping into a Friday that will not merely change your circumstances, but reveal the true depth of who you are in God. What you have prayed for, waited for, cried for, and believed for is now aligning with divine precision. This is the moment where heaven's yes becomes your reality. May the God who called you strengthen your spirit, steady your steps, and surround you with favor that cannot be explained. May every dream that has slept in your heart rise with new breath. May divine acceleration touch your path, and may supernatural provision locate you without delay. I declare boldness over your faith, clarity over your decisions, and peace over your atmosphere. Chosen one, walk into this week with expectation. Walk into Friday knowing you are not hoping for change, you are carrying change. You are ordained for this season, prepared for this unveiling, and positioned for this transfer. And if this word resonated with your spirit, you may share it, comment, or subscribe as an act of agreement, not to support a channel, but to seal what heaven has spoken. Go forward, Anointed One. Your unveiling has begun.